Mic check 1, 2, 3. We're just gonna talk, right? We're gonna have a little freestyle session. Not a lot of things that's on my mind because it sucks that my team is not in the Super Bowl. But that's just how it is when you're a diehard Cowboys fan. You love your team. You love everything that goes with your team. You're sitting there looking at the press clippings. You're reading any news that come out to the Mecca. You do all those things. You wrap it all up for the beginning of the year through the end. And now we at the end. Ace plays. What's up, fam? Football beast. Hey, shout out to you too as well. Hey, we got a party now, man. What's up? What's up, Echo? Paco, I meant to say. You know, hey, it's one of those things where I'm looking around everywhere I can find just for Cowboys news. It's so dry, you know, regardless of who playing in the Super Bowl, we need our Cowboys to get there one way or another. CeeLo, shout out to you. Reckless, shout out to you too as well. You guys are my loyal faithful. You guys come in. You guys just show the support, show the love. We're going to see who can stay up long with Law. I'm just going to run the show pretty much as long as I can until I just flat foot fall out. So I hope you guys got your coffee in you. We're going to see who's going to stay to the ball drop. Man, not all the way to next year. You guys know what I'm talking about. We got Mr. I can't say your name, but I'm going to call you Mr. Shout out to you too as well. Hey. Modally, shout out to you. I am from the future. You already knew we was going to come here. Hey, let's get this thing crunk, man. I don't know how big of a fan you guys of, let me see. We got 20 people in the house, 20 people. And you guys know, you know how that goes. We got 3 or more in the party. We can get things going in the right directions. I like gameplay, right? Everybody loves gameplay. And the gameplay that I love far more than anything is this game right here. You guys already know what it is. It's crunk for the gods.
The gods of Olympus have abandoned me.
The football gods has abandoned us. You guys know where that's from, right?
Now there is no hope.
And Kratos cast himself from the highest mountain in all of Greece. After 10 years of suffering, 10 years of endless nightmares, it would finally come to an end. Death would be his escape from madness.
Madness for the gods of Olympus. Abandon me. I love that game, man. I play the game all night. Let's go to some crunk. Hey, them bombs like y'all know I'm crazy, boy. I love that game. Kratos. What's how they say that name? They drop their name on there. Better than potatoes, baby. Kratos. All right. I'm seeing somebody put, let me try that down a little bit. I see somebody put Anthony Miller in there. My thoughts on Anthony Miller. I looked at his film. I looked at his tape. Yes, he can play onto the outside. That was one of the things that I really wanted to be able to see, right? Can he play onto the outside? Can they kick him to the inside? They can do those two things out there. Now, the thing is, what I'm questioning about his height, yeah, but he got the tenacity, right? He had the temperament to play with strength. His release off the line could be a little bit better. But as far as for what I can see, can he get separation? Yes. Oh, and I was working. And I'm telling you, I just gave myself a little 15-minute break, but I was really breaking down. Let me turn my volume down a little bit more. Let me put a little bit more. Yeah, Kratos got me crunk, boy. You guys ought to go out and play God of War, the greatest game that you can ever play outside of Assassin's Creed. I like Assassin's Creed. I like the story play. I love the long games. I'm thinking about getting me a PS4 now. Getting one of those games. I got the old school PlayStation, right? And just putting that on here and just playing it live, you know. Figure out a way. I'm gonna figure out a way to play it live, one way or another, right? When I have spare time. But my thing about Anthony Miller, yes, he'll be a great prospect. Talking about what, second or third round, maybe he can squeeze out to the fourth. It'll be impossible, I think, but he is from Memphis. Yes, Anthony Miller is a dog, a beast out there. He can run good routes, but to me, I got DJ Moore over Anthony Miller for the fact that Anthony Miller is just a little bit smaller than DJ Moore, so I'm leaning more toward DJ Moore. And also Derwin James, oh my God, if he can fall to 19, we would have a hard time picking out. If Vita Vea's on the board and you got a Derwin James, I know the sexy pick would be Derwin James, but I would lean toward building my defense from the inside out. You go get the Vita Vea kid. And I'm going to say this right here. I would say this with all my heart, soul, and mind and sinew and everything that you could try to put into my thoughts and push this thing around, right? If you have a Derwin Payne out there, hey, you can't go wrong with that too as well. So I will lean towards that too as well. A Derwin Payne, I hope I'm saying this guy's name right. But if you guys go to Voch Lombardi page, he got a pronunciation game that he plays. He got a pronunciation deal. The Micah Gallup kid, Gallup, however you say his name. I can't read that well, I guess. When it's coming across the screen, it's so small. And you get to my age, today is my birthday. Yes, it is. I'm 35. So when you guys get to my age, I know some of you guys may be older than 35, but the words that seem like so blurry. Maybe it's a contact. You see my eyes are red because of the contacts. But neither here nor there. The Gallup kid, I like his skill set. I love his separation. It seems like he's a polished route runner. I would love to see what the combine is going to bring about. So I want to know what his 3 cones is. I want to know what he can, his catch ball drill is going to be like. You know, those are things I'm looking at. And I want to know his true measurements too as well. I like the Micah Gallup kid. I like the DJ Moore over Anthony Miller. Who knows? Time will tell it all, right? Appreciate it, man. Thank you guys for telling me happy birthday, man. It's just a remarkable thing. I went downtown Dallas today, the owner's box. I'm telling you, man, the owner's box downtown is fantastic. It was real nice, real good food. Hey, take out, if you want to do the advertisements, do you want to do that? Do the avocados. I'm not a big fan of avocados, but do the avocado bites. They delicious. I'm talking about like I got Derwin James, not Derwin James, Jamison Winston with the W's, you know, you're licking his fingers. They that good, they make you want to lick your fingers. Deep threat, yes they are. We do need a deep threat guy, you know. When I was talking about, hey, you guys, let me know if you guys can hear me clearly, right? Let me know if you guys can hear me clearly, because I don't know if my background is too high. It's high in my headphones, but let me know if you guys can hear me. Thank you guys for telling me that happy birthday. You know, yeah. Music must be pretty good, so it's not that good. Yeah. Appreciate it, Italian Cowboy, my brother from another mother, no other. Don't look like Danny Glover, but keep it cool for you guys on the Facebook and the YouTube. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you too as well, Italian. You can hear me pretty fine. Okay, good. Talk to me about guys who would you want for us to draft with the 19 overall pick if they're on the board. Who would you guys want us to get? Would you rather get a Roquan? Would you rather get a Tremont Edmond? Would you rather have a defensive guy like a Duran Payne or a quote-unquote Vita Vea? None of those guys may be there. That's the thing. Or Derwin James or to me personally, I looked at Denzel Ward film and I just wasn't that impressed. So Denzel Ward, maybe he's a product of his team being so damn good. So I'm just going to hold my reservation on Denzel Ward. The other kid, I'm trying to think of his name, it slipped my mind, but it's gonna come across to me again. I like the Harrison kid. Anybody, I like the Minka Fitzpatrick too as well. But all those guys, man, if we think about it, if we think about this all together, right? Anybody that you get from Alabama, you know they're going to be ready to play, right? You know that the coach done coached them up. You know that they done got things going in the right direction for them, you know. So my only thing is, if you draft an Alabama guy, you know he's going to be ready to play. That's off the top. The thing is, how much left do you have in his tank? Did he already hit his ceiling? You see what I'm saying? That's the only reservation that you have or should have with Alabama players. And I do know that the Roll Tide Nation is out there too as well. Salute to Roll Tide Nation, those who love Alabama. But that's just a product that I'm spitting out to you guys. What else we have? I wish this thing was a little bit good. You're thinking of a Josh Jackson. Yes, I'm thinking of Josh Jackson. I mean, if you get Josh, right, because we saw what he did. He's explosive, fast, got the size, got the traits, got everything you like to see out there on the field. He put you in the mindset of a shutdown corner that you can see, especially on the collegiate level. We never know what's going to happen. And to the person who, and I don't think I forgot about you, for the person who said, should we cut Anthony Brown? No, we don't cut him. We try to better him. You know, if you know that Anthony Brown playing to the inside is a little bit better playing on the outside. Anthony Brown, I'm talking about the cornerback, Anthony Brown for the Dallas Cowboys, right? If you have him on your team for the third year, and if he shows the regressions that he have seen last year, don't panic. He's still learning. So don't panic with him. But Brothers hates Josh Jackson. Not that I can care, but Italian Cowboy. All right, so my thing is with Brian Brothers. He missed on players too. You know, he's a great scout guy. I mean, he dive into film like no other. My thing is with Brian Broaddus is the fact that, you know, we know he's knowledgeable of the game. He's been around for a while and everything, but sometimes with Brian Broaddus, he does get that information that he sees out there with his eyes. He sometimes get so fixated on the negative of that player that he put that player in the box, and that's all he grows from that player. And then 2 to 3 years down the line, he said, well, I was wrong with that guy. And he will admit that he was wrong, you know. Brian Broaddus, don't forget, Brian Broaddus was the same guy that said, hey, I like not Alfred Morris, but the Morris Claiborne kid. He loved Morris Claiborne. And we, from our eyes, knew that Morris Claiborne can't play. That's just what it is. Even when we drafted and we trade up and got Morris Claiborne, I had my reservations on him then, you know. But I digress, you know. But he does miss his big from Paco, you know. I mean, but it is football, and your scouting is a game of it's like a crap shot, you know. But the better scout evaluators, I would listen to the guy that be on the show, the Boogler, how do you say, the Dane Brugler kid. I'll listen to Dane because that's what he focused on. 365, you know. Not saying that I elevate myself above Brian Broaddus, or I elevate Dane Brugler over Brian Broaddus. It's just the fact that when you put in hours and you see the tendencies of the players, now you can't miss too much on traits. When you're looking at a player trait, you're looking at a player ability to crash up field and his tenacity out there on the field, his ability to cover well out in space. Sometimes you don't miss on that aspect of it. You'll just say to yourself, can he translate that to the next level? And that's why I lean towards the Will McClay philosophy of picking out players. He pick out players from the big schools. He don't go out too much and pick out players from these small schools and hoping that their player can step it up. He goes out and he look at the Big Ten. He goes out and look at the SEC. He goes out and look at these big players. I mean, for a minute, for a long time, we'll sit there and we'll just pass over and just grace over a player, and we'll say, well, hey, we can find a guy for cheap out there on the street. He don't do that now, but yeah, so we don't do that. Jay, yes, I bought his draft guide. I bought his draft guide last year. It gives you a little bit more insight. We talking about Dane Brugler. I can't say this man's name. I'm just gonna call him Dane. We go bias Dane stuff because we know Dane and put up time. And to me personally, I think that if Dane, if Dane would be a GM for somebody, he'd probably be doing pretty good. Let me see. Yeah, I buy the draft guide. Who else? Derwin James, Washington combo. That would be nice. What else you got? Mark Andrews. My God, man. Must I say more? Cortland Sutton, SMU kid. SMU phenom, right? Hey. SMU phenom. I'm talking about Cortland. I'm talking about I'd call him a baby T.O. / Brandon Marshall, young Brandon Marshall, not old Brandon Marshall, young Brandon Marshall, with more of a T.O. route running technique, or ability basically, because I would like to see a little bit more. We would still have to see, can he stay healthy? Can he shows up when the time is needed? I tell you, Cowboy. Marcus Davenport is Orion. I think I said your name right, Orion. Look, that Marcus Davenport, man. My thing is with Marcus Davenport. My whole thing is with him is the fact that he don't put his hand in the dirt. I want a guy that can put his hand in the dirt. I don't like him standing up. He don't get a good bend to me. I would like to see him. I got my reservations on him now. He could be like the next, put like this, draft grade wise for the Davenport. I'm gonna use up a new word, a T-notch. He's a T-notch above, as far as raw ability. He's a T-notch above a Taco Charter, to me personally. He just in that little small window of bracket above a Taco. So, I mean, you'll be better this year hoping that Randy Gregory can stay off the weed, and you get Randy Gregory back into the mix, and you hopefully, and I mean hopefully, think that that tall guy, David Irvin, can keep his head on and don't get another concussion. And maybe you have a mixture of Malik Collins with a healthy foot this year, a Randy Gregory playing on the outside, a D-Law who's going to sign a contract of ours, the franchise tag, and then you put into the mix a Taco, a season. You got more season now on the Taco, so the Taco should not be as bland as it was last year, right? This Taco should be starting to taste good for us, right? So this Taco next year, I hope he get his frame, his footwork together, and his balance out there, and then hopefully, and I mean hopefully, he can just fly out to the Cowboys against the Cowboys opposition next year. And then hopefully a game where they can call holding on us, holding against the opposition or what have you, and we'll see a better defensive front. But we missing one piece of ingredient. We missing one piece. And you guys know what that is. A big, nasty plug that you can just put up there in the middle. I mean, this draft got Vita Vea all written all over the forehead. It's like Vita Vea, Vitamin Vea, Vita, whatever you want to call it. It's written right here. Draft Vita Vea is on the forehead. You put him in the mix. It's not a sexy pick to those who think that we should get like a Calvin Ridley out there or a Cortland Sutherland, how do you say his man's name? It's not that pick. It's one of the picks down the line. It's like a Travis Frederick type of pick or a Zach Martin down the line type of pick. You sitting back like, oh wow, he was right for getting that guy. You know what I mean? You guys love the draft. Ed Oliver isn't in the draft. Well, he stepped out. Andrew is a beast. Remind me of Gronk. That's from Grant Kennedy. I mean, a poor man's Gronk, man. I'm not gonna put him on that type of level yet. Kid got to show me something. I like Will Hernandez from UTEP. Hey, that would be a nice pick. I know Zeke will go crazy for that pick. I know Zeke will go for that pick. That would help the running attack. Yeah, we might even get, since we in Dallas. We know how Dallas do, right? We picked that with the first overall pick for the 19th overall pick, what have you. In our first Dallas Cowboys draft pick. We might even get a boo, we might get a few boos, because it's not a sexy pick. We're gonna say, what, another offensive line? But when I look back at the tape, when I was looking over the Dak Prescott, tape, and I looking at all the throws he was throwing, yes, some of them was off the marker, and my God, some of them was right there. The collapse of the pocket was just right there. But the thing is, I was looking at, let me see if I can pull it up. See if you guys can't see that. Okay, you guys can't see that. Let me see if I can pull. I can't pull that up. Let me see if I can go. I was working on, I think it might be in this box too. Is it in here? No. Let me see, because if I show you guys this, I'm still editing it, It's the Dez Bryant catches across the middle. My God. As I was looking at Dez Bryant film, I'm sitting here like, come on, Dez, come on, brother. Here it is right here. Hope it allows me to pull it up without stopping my internet. Let me see. No. Let's see if it allows me to pull it up. We're gonna look at Dez Bryant. Okay, yeah. Right. We're gonna let that background music pull up while I'm pulling this thing up. You guys saw the secret sauce of me doing film breakdown. Oh man, I listened to that music. I had to tone it down though, because I don't want to kill you guys' ears out there. I'm gonna pull up this film one way or another. Buy time with me, guys. You guys ain't doing nothing else, Might as well hang out with the law. Y'all see that? It's that Camtasia. I'm telling you guys, go out and grab Camtasia. It's one of the better programs you can get. And they are pretty good. Alright. Cover my little face. Put it down here then. You guys can see that, right? Let me make it cute a little bit. Make it cute for the people that's watching this. And normally I don't do a show like this, but we got nothing else to do tonight. We got nothing else to do tonight. Bottom. It's like watching paint drying, evaporating that bottom. Let me just go right here. 50. Nope. Let's try 60. That's good enough. We'll go top. We'll do 120. You guys know how I do that, right? Thank you for tuning in to the Low Nation Film Session as we take a deeper look at Dak Prescott to Dez Bryant. This is not a Dez Bryant hate film, as people would like to think. Not a Dez Bryant. No Dez hate, but let's see if I can play. Oh, okay. This is not the film that I chopped up and edited. But the first thing I want to show you guys, if you look here, off his release on this route. Let's just go look back. This Dez right here. The man is on the bottom. They giving him the cushion. They respect him out here, you know, giving the man a little cushion out there. In the this power back formation. I think this is going to be play action. Let me see. I haven't studied this one all the way. But you want to look at the release from the line, right? And this is not all. At the top of your route, this is when you make your cut. Hey, made his cut. It's just not right there, guys. Great cut. He lost his footing. The thing is, when I'm looking at Desmond Bryant, the problem that we see with Desmond Bryant, even when he catches the ball at times, he seems a little fuddled. And this is ever since even he got onto the team when he was a rookie. He always never had great, and I'm talking about great protection of the ball. But outside of that, he always used to just open so wide on his breaks. I mean, you're supposed to be as stiff and tight as you can be on that break. But he stumbled, and yes, that will throw off the pass. So, not to sully or denigrate Desmond Bryant, but that's just how it went, you know, on that play. Did I have a loop on this play? Let me see. Where Dez at? I don't have a marker on him. There you go. There you go. To the inside slant. Now, on this play again, I must say, this is not a Desmond Bryant hate video, but he still stumbles off his release. He's just gonna go again, up tight on the line. They're praying a little bit close on. Stutter. Give me there. It's just not there. The continuity, the poise, the temperament, the off the release line is just not where you want it to be. Just not. Now that's a horrible pass. Now I must say, I'm gonna just go back to what I'm saying with Dak Prescott to Dez. This whole Dak to Dez situation, and I'm gonna do a full video. This is just me showing you guys some highlights, some clips of what I did so far of breaking down the film. No, I'm not gonna be like Ron Jaworski. This is Ron Jaworski, ESPN Live, as we take a look at Desmond Bryant. This is not me doing that type of stuff, but now when you're talking about rounding your routes, you can't catch the ball lazy running anyhow. But it's a twofold when you're talking about the quarterback to a receiver type of guy. And if you round your routes, if you chop, if you're not fighting through your routes, you're going to have this type of play. And I'm telling you guys, LOVE Desmond Bryant. But the thing is with that, his lack of execution within his routes are just so sloppy. You're just not going to get a consistency with this guy, no matter who's throwing him the ball. And if you guys say, Law Nation, you're hating on Dez, I got film on that with my guy, Tony Romo. If you go back and look at the 2015 season, the opening game, Desmond Bryant against the New York Giants, you would see the same type of situation out there on the field. And it's just one of those things where you say to yourself, okay, what are we going to do about this? And it's just nothing that you can do about it, because the guy been in the league for 7 to 8 years. You're not going to change that. You're not going to change the ball hitting you right in your face and you're not catching the ball. You're not going to change. That right there, you can't make this up. You can't improve 7 to 8 years is already out there. So that's just one of the things right there. Watch this. Ball hits you in your hands. You're supposed to be able to catch the ball. Ball, hands, catch, ball. Yeah. And it's just one of those things, man. It's just one of those things. So I'm just showing you guys a few little clips because I'm telling you right now, when you guys look at the full picture of what I got with Dez, you guys are going to say, okay, well, it is what it is. This is from Grant Kennedy. Law Nation, he tends to round out his routes. Yes, you can't round out your routes. It's the thing is when you round your routes, you know, the problem is it creates so much comeback recovery space for the opposition. It also draws out a map or an outline of where you're going to finish a route at. You got to be pretty much deceptive a little bit with your route running. Plant feet, go catch ball, you know, that type of situation. So do you mean, this is from Zach, do you mean number one receiver on the team? Do you mean number one receiver? I don't know what you're talking about. Law, I'm mad as S. T. Will hasn't had 1,000 yards in his whole season. Yeah, and it's from DJ Cobbs. Yeah, T. Will has not had 1,000 yards. And I'm telling you, T. Will have not had a lot of separation at all, you know. So those are things that T. Will brings out there. Just horrible productivity out there on the field. But it's one of those things where you know that that's your second receiver. He's not your number one primary. But if you get a speed guy, somebody can take the top off the defense, then bam, it will elevate this team. The thing is, I also like about the picking of a maybe a speed out wide receiver. Maybe you can find him in the second. Maybe you can find him in the third round. Will be it opens up another. It takes the bracket cover off of Dez because we know Dez is not going nowhere this year. We know he's going to be on the team, which is cool. So it takes at least the bracket coverage off of him. And the bracket coverage defense is pretty much them disguising the double team, meaning that the safety is cheating more over to the side, or you have the Will or the Sam linebacker cheating over to Dez's side, and they have that type of defense playing on Dez, and which is okay, you know. But speed kills, and that's from Italian Cowboys. Speed kills, baby. Yeah, you're right. I mean, we know that T. Will got speed. But T. Will, this is the thing is with T. Will speed, people fail to realize T. Will speed is not vertical speed. You look at T. Will's passing balls when T. Romo was out there. I'm about to say Tony. When Tony Romo was out there, which could have worked too. But if Tony Romo was out there, T. Will is a guy that can stretch the field horizontally. You know, just look at it from this aspect. The big play that he played against when he played against the Detroit Lions, right? And the big play that he called against the Seattle Seahawks. And any big play that you look at T. Will from, even when he played with us last year, Dak Prescott finally hit him across the middle. That's where T. Will is good at, across the middle. His ability to catch the ball and stretch the ball, not vertically, because you really don't see him catching the ball vertically, because he catch, my God, with the ball hitting him in his body and face and hands. It's those crossing patterns. It's those patterns that he can figure out a way to just, I'm vertically going up the field, then I cut on a dime. Meaning that T. Will does have a little bit better separation type of move when he cut on a dime and the opposition sitting there saying, oh, damn, I don't have my hand placement on him. But the other problem is when he gets the ball and unexpectedly the ball bounces off his shoulder pad because he's not extending his hands out there. And then if you look at a quote unquote, what Anthony Miller was doing when I looked at his film, he extend his hands. You know what one of the gentlemen said in the box is that Anthony Miller is a guy that can create separation. If you look at a DJ Moore, he is a guy that can create separation. If you look at a Christian Kirk, he is one of those guys that can get separation, whether it can be inline, outside, Z, the flanker. The one thing I didn't see with Christian Kirk, I just never saw him play to the outside, never saw him play to X, you know. And maybe we'll see that during the combine. Maybe we'll see that down the line of when they do some type of pro day activity. I don't know. But Christian Kirk, hey, if he's on the board and it's the second, if it's the third round, I'm not saying that kid going to make it to the third round, but you will have a strong, you just have to scratch your head whether or not if you pass on this kid more than twice, So that's just the thing is with that, with the Christian Kirk film and the Courtland Sutton, he's not going to get out there. He's going to stay out there long. He might not squeeze out, to the second round. Somebody's going to say, you know what? He can't coach height and size and the physical prowess that he brings to the team. I want him. And, somebody's going to take that move and get him, And night 8907. Kurt is a slot guy, Yeah, well, we'll know a little bit more about Christian Kirk down the line, It's just one of those things. Let me see if I can play a little bit more of that background music from Kratos. God of war, for the gods of Olympus abandon me. What else we got out here? God of war. Let me see what they sound like. The re-editions from the Pope. I don't know what the Pope will talk about. Oh, there's some live stuff. See if we can find. Thank you. Let me see if I can find some Kratos stuff. Come on, Kratos. Come on, Kratos. There you go. All right. No. Let me go to the heart of Gaia. I like this one. I just feel like I'm a superhero finding the grace. All right, so we're looking at 130 underclassmen coming out. It's a lot of underclassmen, Italian Cowboy. Do you think there's any chance Derwin James fall to us? It's from Groovy Dude, right? I mean, Derwin James falling to us would be tickle my fancy, right? If Derwin James falls to us, and just depending on who we have on the board. Let me turn my volume down a little bit. I don't want to be drowning you guys out with the background. So let me turn that just a little hair. Okay. The thing is, when you have a Derwin James on the board, you have a Vita Vea or Vea, a Vita L'Amour, Viva L'Amour, right? You have him out there, and you got a Derwin James, okay? You got a Chris Richards, right? You have the possibility to have Earl Thomas out there on your team, right? So, I mean, would you rather have a Earl Thomas or Derwin James? Well, one can argue and say, well, would you rather have them both? That would be greedy, right? That would be so sexy, right? We have both of them guys out there. I'm not calling them guys sexy, you know what I mean? You guys know what I'm talking about as far as the defense, If we have those two guys out there, and we have a Chris Richards who knows how to coach the defense, put the defense in right places, hopefully. I would actually probably, I'll stick to my core. I'll build from the inside out. I will still kick back and pick Vita Vea. Or Via Vea. You guys know what I'm saying, And yeah, Crawford, he's gone, man. You can't tell me Crawford and Dez make more money than Brady or Grunt. Crawford and Dez, man. Crawford, I know for sure should be gone. Crawford should be gone, man. Or take a massive pay cut. Crawford should be gone, man. This from Good Boys 889, right? I'd get both of move Byron Jones to corner. You know what? If you get both, and you're talking about the Derwin James and the Earl Thomas, and we only talking about Earl Thomas. I do know that the pundits or whoever just kind of criticizes the channel would be like, man, you crazy, man. How is that going to happen when you talk about Earl Thomas? He's still assigned to a contract. The thing is, what you can do with that piece would be, would you rather have a disgruntled guy who's already moved his secondary coach out, you move his coach out of the team, on your team, it'd be a cancer, or you rather just cut the guy, save you some money, because I think he's worth $10 or $11 million. You cut the guy, and you move on, you know. So I think that Earl Thomas situation, they may end up cutting the guy, right? And he don't have to go through waivers since he's a veteran, so he can pretty much pick the team that he wants. So Cowboys, there you go. You will really know whether or not he loved the Cowboys more than he talking, you know, than he say he does. What about David Irvin? He's a beast, Paco. He's the guy that I want to keep on the team, but he got to stay healthy. Eric Reed in the draft is really Justin Reed. I looked at Justin Reed tape. Justin Reed is solid. He still haven't jumped out to me yet. Maybe he had the combine and all that stuff that fills in the gap where I can validate what I saw with my eyes and what I know that he can bring to the team. Maybe that happens, you know. Who else we got? You guys are asking a lot of questions today, which is good. I like that. But does Thomas stay healthy enough for the Cowboys? From Roy, my brother. I mean, let me put this. I pulled up Thomas film before, right? And Thomas pretty much showed that he can stay healthy, you know. Thomas altogether collectively had more interceptions his comeback year than anybody on our team did this year, you know. And I'm just saying, you know, the clip that I did with the Earl Thomas film sessions, he had a lot, and I mean a lot of interceptions. He had so many interceptions that when I was doing the video film, I said, I don't want to make this thing too long. You guys don't listen to me that long, you know. So I cut it in half, you know. So I think that Earl Thomas, he is, 28 years old. He got about 3 to 4 years left in his body. That's what I'm thinking about, you know. What does Thomas do? No, let me see. People think that Thomas is using the Cowboys as leverage against us, right? I mean, he is from Texas. I think that he's outright telling the truth. But this is not the first time we saw whether or not a guy who supposedly said they like the Cowboys and want to play for the Cowboys, and then all of a sudden they go to another team for more money. And this is his next time. This should be his max contract. Is right here. So it could be possible, because I saw LaDainian and Thomas do the same thing, and Thomason do the same thing. LT was saying like, hey man, you know, Cowboys my team. I love the Cowboys. I love to play for them. Then all of a sudden you look up, you see him playing for the Jets. You know, Adrian Peterson too as well. You know, had the exact same temperament. I love the Cowboys. I like to play for the Cowboys, and you saw him playing for, quote unquote, the Saints, and then he moved around and played for the Cardinals, you know. So would AP look, if AP would have came to the Cowboys this year, it would have canceled out half of that BS that we were talking about. We miss Zeke. You know what I mean? That would have been just a match made in heaven. The football gods would have been like, okay, yeah, we threw them a bone, and Roger Goodell would have figured out something like, damn, I can't stop the Cowboys this year. And not saying that, you know, Ezekiel Elliott is responsible for us not going to the playoff this year, but it's a combination of all, you know. Not the blame game. I'm not blaming nobody, but it's just one of those things where you have excuses. Everybody like a navel. Everybody got one, but if it's kind of like sort of like if you try to do this type of thing going back and forth whether or not if the NFL has decided not to suspend Ezekiel and let him play. Well, do you really think we'd have lost 7 games? Come on now. With Ezekiel Elliott, when he was getting, I'll tell you, by that Kansas City game, he was ready. We was ready. You know what I mean? There's no thought track in my mind that we'd have played so piss poor against Atlanta Falcons if Ezekiel Elliott was in the roster or was playing. Even if Tyron Smith was injured, I think Ezekiel Elliott's skill set as far as blocking would have soared up some of those blocks, And not saying that we try to look at the glass half empty or half full situation, but I really think that if Ezekiel Elliott played for 16 weeks, there's no way in life we'd have been 9-7. There's no way in my life Dak Prescott would look mediocre or like he did this year, But it is what it is, man. We can go on and on and on and on about the Ezekiel Elliott. My thing is this year, he better stay out of them clubs and bars, and if he do, he better bring Roger Goodell with him, basically, or Jerry Jones with him. He better bring somebody with him, Jason Witten or somebody. Say, Jay Witt, go Jack Witt, come to the club, come uptown with me, baby. He better bring some guys with him, to validate what he's doing out there. Let me see who else. LeBron better than MJ. Oh boy, you about to have me to cuss you out, boy. What's wrong with you with that name, man? You better bring some facts with that LeBron James. LeBron James better than MJ? What's wrong with you? What you talking about, Michael Jackson? Mary Jane? Who you talking about? You ain't talking about the great Mike. 6'8" Orlando Brown, the 19th overall pick. You can put Collins back at guard. My thing is, Orlando Brown, as good as he is, I really looked at his tape after I saw the OU. After we did the OU podcast, I did see a mammoth of a guy, just a big bulldozer type of guy. It's just not gonna happen that way, man. You talking about kicking somebody from the left side to the right side. That's like putting your steering wheel and everything to the other side of the car, man. You just don't know how to drive it that well. There's gonna be a learning curve. Will it be a nice gesture? Yes, but you already paying Lyle Collins tackle money now, and you're trying to kick him back at guard. There's no way you can validate that as a scout. There's no way you can validate as a I guess president of scouting, or coaching. But wait a minute, somebody else is saying LeBron James is better than Michael Jordan. Oh yeah, he's better than Malik Jefferson. That's what MJ. Okay, we will roll with that. My God, man, you guys gonna have to make me flip this channel around and start talking basketball. But come on, man, LeBron is better. Facts. Oh, buddy, the blasphemous out there. Who else we have? Sign Mark Sanchez. Hey, appreciate it, Kelvin, man. Salute to you. Do the numbers. Hey. We know the numbers game is slanted toward LeBron James. It's a whole different arena. It's a whole different league. Ty Detmer throw more yards than Roger Staubach. So is Ty Detmer better than a better quarterback? Come on, man. It's just a numbers game, babe. We know. No more basketball. It's from Italian Cowboy. Kenny Vaccaro. Kenny. Break that name down to me. Kenny Vaccaro. I cannot pronounce this man's name. Thank you for tuning into the Low Nation Film Session as we take a deeper look at Kenny Vaccaro. I think that's how you say his name. I had to put my thinking cap on. What he would look like on our team. I mean, he's a thumper. He's a hitter. Not as great as covering out in space. He's a Texas kid. I like that part of it. But the other thing that you try to put into the mind is that the thing is, I just don't know. I have my reservation on Kenny though. That's all I'm gonna put there, man. Varacco, Kenny Varacco. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. You know, the thing is Vaccaro. Man, I got you, Vaccaro. Appreciate it. Man, yes, White, God of War, for the gods of Olympus has abandoned me. That is the best game ever. Man, it's one of the top games out there. I mean, you play the game, you get sucked in, and if you don't know how to play the game, put it on easy. You can still get the storyline. Cause the storyline what makes the games, man. Sitting back playing the storyline, and then sometimes if you're playing it with the lights dim, you got the surround sound. You got to have surround sound, no matter how you do it. Or work an extra job. I mean, go to the pawn shop or do something. Get you some surround sound speakers. Get you a nice little TV, 32 or better. You know, I say 40 because TVs are flat screens are a lot cheaper now. Get you a surround sound, dim the lights. Get you a little bottle or something, or just chill, relax. If you're underage, get you some Kool-Aid, some of those little things. You put the little straw in a little small pouch. Sit back. Pop your feet up, play the game, and if you got a little boo thing with you, put it on too. Man, you know how to do that thing, man. You know, you have other play a little series, get us scared, and then you jump on and say, baby, sit back and watch me play the game. Let me get this thing going in the right direction. You know what I mean? That's what you got to do. But true Cheeto Bay, fun to watch. Oh my, yeah, Cheeto Bay, he's hope for us, right? I mean, I got all my chips pushed into the middle of the board on Cheeto Bay Awuzie. The reason why I say that is when I looked at his film, he reminds me so much of the Rhodes kid that plays for the Minnesota Vikings. Now we got a better coach out there as far as the secondary. We got an experienced coach who can put people in the right note. I think Joe Baker was coaching the DBs up. And I'm not trying to sully or denigrate him, but we got a guy that know how to put players in the right position and elevate their skill set. So now that we got this Cheeto Bay Awuzie second season, my thing is I won't be so mad if they kick him to the safety, but I would love to just have him to be a physical threat as a Let me know if you guys are back on. My OBS shouldn't shook down on me. Let me know if you guys back up, man. Let me see if we got this thing going, man. Okay. Let me know. You guys back up, man. Let me know. Let me know if we back up. My thing that jumped out. Why not go get Josh Jackson? Then we sure up the corners and have everything as a strength. I mean, all right. If you go out and get Josh Jackson, which I like his skill set, the thing is with Josh Jackson, okay. How can I put this? A Josh Jackson or a Vita Vea, you know what I mean? Would you rather have a quarterback having an inch of a second to pass the ball as far as a good defensive front? Or would you rather have a quarterback having all the time in the world to pass the ball but can't pass nobody because of the coverage ability, you know, because the coverage is out there and everybody's just like covered like a blanket. Which skill thing that you rather have? Because to me, I want my dogs barking. I want my dogs to come out at the quarterback. So if I got their vicious front four, if I have Malik Collins flying out, and then all of a sudden they said, damn, how can we stop Malik Collins? And then all of a sudden they have D-Law coming around. Damn, how can I stop D-Law? And then you have the Tacos coming around doing his thing. And then as soon as they figure that thing out, you have a Vita Vea pushing down the pocket. Or if you have a Reggie, I'm about to say Reggie. I don't know why I say Reggie, but you have a Randy Gregory coming off the side. You know what I mean? As a rotational piece because he's going to be trying to fill up back his weight. That would be nasty. Think about it, man. Just think about it. I mean, think about this Vita Vea kid. Or even if it's three guys, right? Vita Vea. I'm not going to talk about Davenport because I think he's going to be a project. He may be good. He may be lights out 3 to 4 years from here. But I'm greedy. I want something now. You know what I mean? I want to eat now. I want the ice cream and the cookies and all that stuff. Now I want my dessert before I eat this meal. That's what I want. That's what I want as a diehard fan. I want my food right now. Don't shove it to me later. I want to eat it now. I want to eat it all up. I want to have it on my nose. That's how bad I want to eat it, you know. And the thing is, it may be too much for you guys. The thing is, the reason why I want it now is because I'm tired of everybody talking about our defense. We're number 8 overall this year. We got to be talked about as the top 3 defensive in the league. And the reason why we can get there with a healthy Jalen Smith, with a quote-unquote healthy Sean Lee or whoever we draft in the league, draft this year. But I want this front four to be so vicious, so nasty, so greedy, so dangerous that when they play come Sunday, that they say, hey, we got to figure out who we're going to double team on this front four. We got to get the ball out quick. They're going to elevate the Byron Jones games of the world, right? They're going to elevate your boy Jordan Lewis because he knows he's going to have a mental clock in his head saying that, hey, this ball going to have to get out within 2 seconds. This ball going to leave the quarterback hand within a second or 2 seconds, because if not, my dogs up front is finna shut it down. They finna almost shut it down like the government did. They finna do this out there on the field, and the only way that you can get to that point, the only way if you can get to that point, if you have a medieval, I'm talking about a dog nasty front four, vicious, I'm not helping you get up, a dangerous front four that everybody have to respect out there. You have D-Law, when you have Randy Gregory, a taco, sprinkle a little season of tacos out there. And you have a quote-unquote David Irvin out there. And you have the Vita Vea kid, or if you have the Hurst kid, or you have a Darren Payne, maybe they can elevate this front four and we can just be talked about for years. You know what I mean? For years, talking about, hey man, that Dallas Cowboys front four, man. That Dallas Cowboys front four is everything. You know what I mean? So that is what I'm looking for. And then we'll be walking around every Sunday, every Monday, coming into the office with this type of music. That's victorious music, man. That's victory music, man, we listening to. That's the type of music that you guys, when you guys want to get crunk, you just turn that type of music on, that God of War type of music, saying that I'm a conqueror. I can accomplish everything I put my mind to. I'm just that great. I'm so great when I walk on grass, the grass would die behind my feet. I'm so fast when I turn the lights off, it's still dark when I get into the bed. I'm so great that when I say something, you know, it sounds like gold. You know, that's what I want. I want to be able to say, when I say the Cowboys front four, you guys already know I am ducking and diving, because this front four is vicious. They coming after me, and I don't care if my quarterback not passing 200 yards. I don't care if my running back is not having a bad day, because my defense is going to give us 2 to 3 turnovers, because their defense is attacking the quarterback. The quarterback is scared. That's what I want. D-Law proved to us, if he can stay healthy through 16 weeks, that he can be a dog nasty guy, right? And we already know what David Irving can do. If he can just stay concussed free, then we'll have this defense coming at these quarterbacks. They would have to make a new rule for the Cowboys. I'm not trying to pump you guys up and elevate the Cowboys. What I'm trying to position our defense around the front four. We know what Sean Lee can do when healthy. We know what a Jalen Smith can do when healthy. We know that we can play a nickel, right? With the two linebackers out there, and maybe we kick in Xavier Woods out there for the play the slide or the wheel out there on the safety line. We can do that with this defense. Maybe if you get an Earl Thomas, maybe you can just have a little bit more spontaneity out there on the defense too as well, a little takeaway. But maybe you can just go back, fall back just a little bit, get you a nice dog defensive guy, maybe in the second or the third. You know what I mean? You can do that. Defense, doomsday coming soon. DJ Chalk, man, that is a bad kid. I like what he did for the Senior Bowl. He did his thing out there. Oh man. Yeah, 12:30. Turn up, man. Turn it up, man. Look, it's a God of War, man. Hey, you guys know that game. You guys play that game. The game get you crook. You play the game, you can't stop until you finish. It's one of those type of games. The Four Horsemen, Vita Vea, Irvin, D. Law. Oh my good, Big Worm, Big Perm. You know what I'm talking about? Big Worm, Big Perm. You know what I'm talking about? One Tech, yeah. Yes, indeed. DJ Chalk numbers aren't great because of LSU ball control offense. Yeah, you're right. His numbers not great. He's a hit and miss, Will McClay will get everything right. Yeah, it's Friday. TGIF. It's Friday. Law Nation is from my boy Primetime Deion Sanders. Salute you in the house, man. Don't take all of my materials, but take some of it. Do you believe this is a make or break for the coaches and some players next season? Scandrick, Tyron Smith, and Dak. Now, hey, let me. Before I answer that question, I gotta get Crunk one more time before I answer that question. Gotta go get Crunk. All right. Turn it down. All right, so what I can say about this, is it a make or break season? Yes, with a capital Y-E-S, because the reason why I'm saying that, not just because I'm the best, but it's one of the things that I want to put into you guys' mind. The thing is, reason why this is a make it or break it season for this guy, Red Ball, is because if you have another small, if the Eagles win the Super Bowl, it's over with for him, right? He gotta do something. That's why it's make or break it for him, right? Scandrick, he might not be on his team come week one. Scandrick might not be on his team come week one. I know the scouts, I guess the stats guys out there who follow the I'm trying to think of the word, the capologists out there. You guys can pull the numbers and do the numbers, see whether or not we can get some type of money if we cut him soon. We don't know. Can he stay healthy? Can he stop getting beat into the inside? Those are things up to the outside, because Scandrick cannot for anything play to the outside. Scandrick never belongs on the outside. If anybody need to take his place, should be Anthony Brown or the Xavier Woods kid. One of those guys going to take his place if he don't show up. Now, Dak Prescott, this is the season for him, believe it or not. I love Dak Prescott, but if he have another piss poor performance, and you're talking about if you add in the aspect of Ezekiel Elliott playing all these weeks, and he played anything close to 2017 with Ezekiel Elliott out there with a healthy offensive line, Then you have to really have your strong reservations on Dak Prescott, and then you start probably looking for more towards a quote-unquote veteran quarterback, somebody out there that you might pluck. I don't think that the Cowboys would have the temperament of putting in another smaller runner or smaller rookie quarterback or whatever it may be. So what I'm saying is that if Dak Prescott regress into a Brad Johnson type of quarterback, or a who else? Trent Difford type of guy, or Todd Detmer, or whoever, he rested those type of guys, then you'll probably see them turning that page. But I got hope and promise and faith for you guys. I don't think Dak Prescott got that type of pedigree in him. I think he's going to improve, and he showed that at Mississippi State. He improved each and every year. Now, this year, just like one of those things where he didn't have a lot of pieces around him, and I think that really this year alone, they're going to make this team Dak friendly, and we're going to see that. Real talk. Who Sushi 817, who didn't throw who under the bus? Talk to me. Big Worm, Texas, baby. Salute to you. DCHWC Films. Yo. Let me know if I'm still lit, man, because there you go. We still live. Okay, good. This is DBDs, baby. What I find mind-boggling is that the last unimportant game of our season, we didn't allow Cooper Rush to take the field. Yeah, he didn't throw anybody under the bus, Scandrick. Yeah, it's the old veteran move. What do you think of Jones? Let me go back to DBD. What's mind-boggling is that we didn't put Cooper Rush in. How can I put this? I would have wanted to see Cooper Rush out there. I would have liked to see Cooper Rush out there taking the field, but it's just one of those things where we just didn't see it, And I think it's not because what if Cooper Rush got out there and the show lights out? He's not one. Say it's one of those things, but I'm gonna say it's not one of those things. I just really deep down in my heart think that it wasn't one of those things. It was one of those things where it's okay. Jason Garrett know that 8-8 would have pretty much really put that seat, that hot seat, that fictitious, unseeable hot seat. It would have been a little bit warmer, basically. And he didn't want that to happen if he became 8-8. It would just been a talk track all through the weeks. Stephen A. Smiths of the world and everybody else, the pundits out there, the critics. And I must say, there's never been a statue raised to a critic. We know that, we understand that. But the critics sometimes can get into Jerry Jones' ear and be like, hey, your coach is still going 8-8. You know what I mean? So it's just one of those things. So we got to figure out a way to win this last game. And that's what happened, So that's just thing that's happened with that. Let me see if I can get some more background for you guys. Hercules. Y'all know about this one. Y'all remember this? Gary's on the Green Mile. What's up, Hawkins? Let me give you the Hawkins Golden. Robert Torres. Zach. We are in the house. Let's get ready to rumble. All right, so let's see. The Mount of Olympus. Climbing. Hey, this scene right here. Give you play-by-play. In this scene, climbing the Mount of Olympus, for the Mount of Olympus has abandoned me, and I must figure out a way to get to the mountain top. That's what happened on this scene. I can't give you guys a play-by-play. It was funny, but this was the part when he was climbing the mountain on the background of music. Yeah, I'm talking about God of War for those who just not tuning in to the channel. When he was climbing the mountain, that's what the part is about. So let's get back to football. You guys, don't sleep on Alex Smith. Yeah, we can't sleep on Alex Smith for the simple fact that he's not going to give us a gift. The thing is that I like Kirk Cousins because he always gave us a gift. The same reason why I like Eli. You put a little pressure under Eli, Eli would give you a gift one way or another. Now we got a Dak Sr. out there who's going to be very cautious with the ball, conscientious, however you want to put that together. He's going to be one of those guys. He's not going to give you a gift. So that's going to be an issue down the line for us if we don't have a front four to get out to the quarterback. And even though you're playing Alex Smith, you got to have a spy. You got to have a spy. So Jalen Smith, his legs, his knees, his extremities better be working and moving right. He better eat his flaxseed oil and all that pills, and he better get right because we gonna need a middle linebacker that can spy, absolutely spy the quarterback when he gets out to the flats. We gotta have that out there because we got two running quarterbacks that's in our division. We got Carson Wentz that like to run the ball. Hopefully he don't run the ball as much since he had this knee surgery. But then we're going to have Alex Smith, who can be a threat, especially when you're playing this guy twice. He's cerebral. He's smart. He don't have the strongest arm in the world, but it's not about the arm every time. People think, they fail to realize there are gunslingers, then there are guys that's going to take good care of the ball. And he's not a gunslinger, and he don't have a guy that can take the top off the defense outside of the Crowder kid, who's very small, who we don't really have to worry about. So those are things that we have to take a look at when we playing against Alex Smith, Dak Sr. So that's the thing that we got to look at. Can we get Tremaine Edmonds, Italian Cowboy? Look. Then again, I go back to the old saying, if Vita Vea's there, you got Tremaine Edmonds, you got a Roquan Smith. Well, I doubt they be around at 19 picking unless something drastically happen. You go out and you grab. Good night, DC. You go out and grab a Vita Vea. This is my thing. I'm building from the inside out. I mean, if you have any issues with your linebacker core, you play that nickel. You put Kayvon or K Frazier out there. It's your will, it's your Sam, I meant to say. That's what you would do. What's up with Hitchens? I forgot about Hitchens, Maybe you sign him back. But like I said, with this defense, you got that front four out there. You say, hey, what about Hitchens? You know what I mean? You got that front four out there. A strong front four, you just forget about Hitchens. You play more of a nickel. Teams love the pass. But if your front four can get to the quarterback, it's just going to be hellacious. If your front four can stop the run, it's just going to be hellacious. It doesn't matter what you can do with your back. If you got somebody flying out to the ball, like your Cheeto Bays Woozier, you got somebody who can cover well out in space with your Jordan Lewis kid. I doubt he's there. I would love Edmonds. I would too. It's just one of those things. Just Edmonds, Vea, but that's where I got it there. Look at his fingers, Edmonds here, Veda here, that's gonna be the guy right there that's gonna be able to rush your tackle and get things down. That's the guy that you want to have on your team. Edmonds is the guy that you wish you can have on your team too as well. If you get both of them, then you can throw up the diamond at that point. It's gonna be hellacious out there. That's just the bottom line. Can we let Redskins get better receivers? Can't let Redskins better receivers. That's what we're wishing, They speed out guy is the Crowder kid, and the scat back is the Chris Thompson kid who had more receiving yards, I think, than any other guy that's on their team. And then you have the kid, the TCU kid. I forgot his name. You guys know his name. Put his name down below. He's from TCU. I think he's not as, he don't get the he's very tall. He can catch the ball out of the sky, pluck it out of the sky. Got good hands. So you got that kid out there, and I don't know who else. But you still got to worry about Jordan Reed. You got to worry about Jordan Reed. So, or Josh Reed or Jordan. What's his name is? Jordan Reed. If we lose Hitchens, do we pick? No. Do we get a pick for it? You know, I mean, could be possible, you know, get a compensatory pick. Oh, yeah, they do still have Vernon Davis. Josh Doxson. Appreciate it, man. I'm not worried about Vernon Davis. I think he's kind of beyond the sauce right now. But Josh Doxson, TCU kid, right? I hope I'm right on that. I think he played Jordan Reed. It is Jordan Reed, okay. And it's Josh Doxson. See, I think I'm putting the names together. So, yeah, Jordan Reed is a beast out there. It went healthy if he can stay healthy. Chris Thompson, I think he broke his leg, and we know how that can go. I don't think that can be like something that, you know, he'll run the same again. But we saw T.O. break his leg and came out there. Josh Norman, laugh out loud. Hey, they're going to really miss that slot guy they had. I've got his name, Fuller. I think it's Kendall Fuller, something like that. They're going to miss that guy. Hey, D. Will, Kevin really is a beast, but to me personally, the Cowboys do not draft Vita Vea. They do not draft those guys that play up down in the middle. They're going to either, 9 times out of 10, with the 19th pick, hold on, I'm going to tell you how it's going to go with the Cowboys. Let me turn my music down. It's going to go just like this. That little chime music going to come in. With the 19th pick, the Cowboys select Calvin Ridley. Or it's going to go like this. With the 19th pick, I can do the music. With the 19th pick, the Cowboys draft Sutton kid. Whatever, I forgot his name. I forgot his nigga. I forgot this drug. I'm about to say N-word. I forgot this brother's first name, man. Sutton. What's Sutton's first name, guys? I forgot what's his first name. That's the guys that Cowboys normally get, man. So, you know, that's the thing, you know. So, what was his name? Cortland, yeah. With the 19th pick, the Cowboys select Cortland Sutton. That's who they going to say. Either going to be Cortland Sutton or a Calvin Ridley. Cortland. Oh, yeah. It's going to be one of those two guys. That's who Cowboys draft. You know, we don't go out and draft. You guys got me now. Yeah. So it's just one of the things, man. If I'm a betting man, we're going to either draft Josh Sutton, I'm about to say Josh Sutton, Cortland Sutton, Calvin Ridley, or a quote unquote the Hernandez kid, or the Orlando Brown. Those are the 4 picks that we're going to draft. James Washington, I think they baiting people to draft him. I really think they're not high on that kid. You know, although they bring him in, everybody's got the Cowboys on the spotlight. Think about this. James Washington going to go to a division rivalry. I guarantee you that. If not, and he's with the 19th overall pick, hey, it's like, dang, another Oklahoma guy. But, or whatever the name of that school Dez Bryant went to, the same guy almost, you know. Maurice Hurst. I mean, yeah, they no. They looking for a splash, man. We in Dallas, man. We in Dallas. The Super Bowl gonna be in Minnesota, but the draft is in Dallas. And they gonna look for that splash. That's what they gonna do. Trust me, I'm telling you right now. You know, we're not gonna sit back and say, okay, they're gonna get a Duran Payne or they're gonna get a Vita Vea kid. They're gonna get, if they get a Derwin James, that would be nice. But I think the Cowboys always go with what we don't want to go with. You know, that's just the bottom line. Bears. I don't think the Bears go with it. Who the Bears gonna go with? Let me see what the Bears like to do. Do they get wide receiver? They got a wide receiver that would kind of like quote unquote maybe a bust, and then he don't throw the ball to him. You know, I forgot the kid name. They already got a stud receiver that they done drafted within the last 2 to 3 years ago. Roquan Smith. I don't know about that, man. Let me go to this one right here. Kevin White. There you go, man. Thanks. Let me turn my volume down. Thanks for bringing that up. They got a Kevin White. You know, did they give up? Did they throw the 10 in on Kevin White? Bears got with a cornerback. That was the year before, but the year before that, they got Kevin White. I think he was like prospected to be like one of the top receivers. They were talking about he was the next Graces of a Megatron or somebody like that. They're going to end up going with maybe a defensive side of the ball, something like that. And they already got the quarterback. And they got the Kevin White kid. They got a decent running back who was everybody was saying that was better than Ezekiel Elliott. I remember that. You know, one thing God blessed me with is a good, very vivid memory. Who's going to draft Lamar Jackson? The Lamar Jackson type of pick. Shiloh is more like the Jets. They might go out and grab him. You know, that's the type of move that they would do. You know, it's a crapshoot. You're right, Italian Cowboy. Bears took White over Cooper that year. Yeah, see, how did that turn out? You know, but you know, I think White got injured, and that was like the whole synopsis of that. So I think that they was gonna be like, okay, we're gonna be conscientious of that. Matt S, Gallup, and Moore ain't likely to fall out of the second round. So yeah, something like that. Oh, so his measurables, Matt, is for James Washington, 6 foot, 220 pounds, runs a 4.4. I like to see that. What we're gonna see with this James Washington kid is we're gonna see this kid in the combine. If he runs a 4.5, 4.6, you might as well say put second round on him. But if he run a 4.3, 4.4, he going in the first round. So that's just the bottom line with the James Washington. They're gonna just compare him. He got bad pedigree from the school, you know. As far as the route running, you know, he gonna have that mantra. Sometimes that mantra, or that the storyline within the storyline, or the allegory of the story is always gonna fall beyond the trade or whatever happened from the school or where the player was drafted at before. Meaning that, and I know it kind of jumbled around, but what I'm saying is that sometimes people like to associate skills and skill sets and traits and what they're gonna do on the next level depending on what school you went to. That's how they look at it. That's just the bottom line. They're gonna start saying that, hey, people from Oklahoma, whatever the name of the school, none of them run routes well. You know, they're gonna start saying that. You know. That's just how it goes. You're going to have to shake that demon off of him. If the Seahawks pick Derwin, Earl Thomas will be a Cowboy. Look at that. Speaking that with straight conviction, that's good. Who's the Redskins going to draft now? You might see the Redskins. They drafted a defensive guy from Alabama last year. They might go and draft. I know who the Redskins going to draft. And this would be the smart move for them to draft. Would actually be. Let me check my book. I had to play that trombone. All right, so the trombone play. All right, so the thing is, what they're gonna play in the draft, what the Redskins gonna draft, is actually an offensive lineman. They need an offensive lineman. You know, that's just one of the things. You know, they had They had musical chairs with the offensive line last year, and that's where they're gonna go with. Just the bottom line, they need that help. If they pass on an offensive line and they got rid of their quarterback and they need to have a quarterback protection with this Alex Smith, it will be crazy for them to get anything else outside of offensive line. It all points toward the offensive line. Harrison Phillips, defensive tackle from Stanford. Right. Anybody got Harrison Phillips measurables by chance? That would be so crazy for the Washington team to grab Darren Payne. Toxic Jams, number 2. Yeah. If they trade in front of, man, look at this. Look at the drums on this thing, man. Look at these drums on this thing. Drums, boy. If that don't get you crunk, man, ready to play some football or do something in your life, you not crunk, boy. Boy, I'm telling you, man. Oh man, what's Harrison Phillips again stuff, man? What's his size? What's his measurables, man? From the school that you went to, Stanford? Yeah, what's his stuff, man? Do you know about him? I'll take a look at him, I'll look him up. Law, if we can come down and would grab a cornerback, Josh Jackson, or Will Hernandez for the 19th pick, that would be nice. Oh man, that break was everything on that song, boy. Watch that break. Oh, buddy, that break right there. I had to get that. I'm feeling the music, guys. Excuse me. I'll be in the car, man. I'll be driving my car, driving it down the whip, man. You know how it is. Cool. I'll be like, Especially going up 35. You guys know how it goes, man. 75 is always a nightmare down here in Texas, but you guys know how that is too as well. Josh Jackson's going to be first, in my opinion. That's from Hawkins. Hey, if he's first, Who's the you trying to tell me, okay, let me get my train of thoughts together. Let me turn this little down a little bit. Let me turn it down just a little bit. And you are you saying to me that Josh Jackson is gonna go before Minkah Fitzpatrick? Who's better, Josh Jackson or Minkah Fitz? Let me know. No, you getting the new God of War? I'm trying, man. I need to get a new system. I mean, since I got a media room now, I must admit, I want to lean back towards playing maybe a game or something like that. Let me know, guys. Xbox or PS4. Let me know which one I should lean towards, and I will go for sure and grab one. Somebody said PS4 Pro. Hashtag Law Nations. That's from T. Wilson, 9192. Go get the PS4. Fits for sure. Bama defense rule college football. PS4. Okay. PS4 Pro. What's the difference between? Y'all gotta help a young guy like me out, you know. Xbox or gay station. Help me out, man. What's the difference between a PS4 and a PS4 Pro? What's the difference? What's the substance? What's the let me turn it all the way down so I can really hear you guys. Okay. What's the groove with that? Tough choices. Pro more for 4K TVs and memory. All right, so what's the memory situation? What type of memory I need to get? One is more money though. Yeah, money is money. That's why they call it my needs. The voice of Kratos is T.C. Carson from Living Single. I didn't know that. Roy, I definitely didn't know that. He making money doing it. I need to do voiceovers. For the gods of Olympus has abandoned me. Okay. I'll just tune into the music down. You can read better. Yeah. Turn it down so I can do having a dead box. Oh man, dead box, man. What about Christian Kirk? 4-3 guy. Ooh, I told you guys about Christian. My thing about Christian is that can he play to the outside? But do you really? Come on, let me turn the music back up. Let me turn the snares and all that stuff back up. All right, so the thing is with the Christian Kirk situation, do you really need him to play the X? Do you really need him to play onto the outside? Not really. What you need Christian Kirk to do is take 0 to 60 real quick. You need Christian Kirk to take the punt and put it into the end zone. You need to take Christian Kirk to take the kickoff return and put it into the end zone. What can help Christian Kirk out and what can help the kid Switz out, if you put both of them guys out there on the field, these guys both are Dak friendly guys, right? We just know that Christian Kirk can run the reverse sweep. We know that Ryan Switz, he don't have that type of speed. Ryan Switz is fast now. He's dynamite explosive, but he don't have the let's just put it out there. He don't have the, hey, I'm running for my life speed, He don't have the Lucky Whitehead type of speed, right? I mean, is Ryan Switz fast? Yes, but he don't have that small twitch type of speed that you saw with the reverse sweep that Lucky did. Christian Kirk got that, and he can play good into the slant. Yeah, man, this is my show, man. It was my birthday. I'm 35 years old in a day now, so you gotta have the music going. It's crunk. Spending my birthday with you guys. Trash Green is 2 bad words. He actually 9. Ross Smith back up. Yeah, he probably nice. Switz 4-5. Christian Kirk is probably a 4-4 guy. We'll see. What's good, Law? New live viewers. Appreciate what you're doing tonight. Salute. Hey, appreciate you, man, for joining in. I love the new flavor. Appreciate it, man, Joseph. Thank you. Salute to you and Anthony and Italian Cowboy, Kaz, Zach, D Will, that rhymed with T Will, DJ Cobbs in the house, and T Wilson too as well. Sushi's 817 in the house in the mix too as well. Still, you should go live late more often. Yeah, man. Hey, nothing else, man. You guys ain't doing nothing else. We can talk about football. I can talk about football 24/7, 365 7 days a week. And we can just talk about the guys that we like to bring up, the guys that we want to do film on, breakdown, and we can say thank you for tuning in to the Low Nation Film Session as we take a deeper look at Gallup Kid, the Gallup Kid, Ken Gallup. He runs like a 4.5, hopefully. Beyond that, it looks like he runs a 4.340. Things like that we can just take a look at. North Dakota tight end Young Witten. What's his name? What's his measurables? D. Will, talk to me. Talk to me. I think there's more David Irving's not being a good off the field guy that we know. You're using this against him. Maybe leverage. That's from Hawkins Golden. Yeah, if we can figure out something to just get his contract lower when it's time for the renew, and we have a better situation. Who's on our wish list? I can tell you right now. This is pre-combine. I know it's still early. We got 3 months before the draft. I would love the Vita Vea kid. I've been screaming to the high heavens for him. I like the Deron Payne kid. I like the Hurst kid. As you can tell, I liking everybody on the defensive line. Davenport would be a 3 to 4 year prospect. Who else I pretty much like more than I love, or love more than I like? I like the Tremont Edmonds as a first rounder. I like the Roquan Smith guy. I like the Josh Jackson. I love his skill set. I love the Minka Fitz. He can be Fitzy out there. Who else I like to see? The Evans kids. I forgot his name, first name. Evans. Look up Evans for the Alabamas. He's pretty cool. If we get him, I'll probably be mad for a second or so. Then I can say, okay, I see where they're going with that. Who else I like for the first round? Now I like Calvin Ridley, of course. Cortland Sutton. I mean to say, I'm not too fond of James Washington. I'm just not. Rashad Evans. Yeah, appreciate it, man. Yeah, Rashad Evans would be nice. But I'll just be mad for a few seconds. But I understand why they made the pick. A reach in the first round would be a Christian Kirk. That'd be very much of a reach. But somebody said that, hell, Odell Beckham was a reach, with the first round pick. We thought that Odell Beckham was pretty much okay. He's a slot guy. He's 5'11", 200 pounds, maybe 198, something like that when he first got drafted to the Giants. I didn't think that he was going to be the guy that we see out there playing Sundays now, So, So that's just my thing, man. So that's my thing is with that, I don't know for sure. Redskins probably use Kirk as a Tyreek Hill for an Alex Smith. I mean, the thing is with that, OBJ had better hands coming out of college though. Who's faster, I think Christian Kirk is a little bit faster than Odell, It's crazy Odell Beckham slot guy in college, and Landry was the outside back then. And now the role reversed, right? Landry is the slot guy who can play occasionally to the outside. And one of those things. DJ Moore over Christian Kirk. All right, so let's look at this. Let's look at the DJ Moore argument and the Christian Kirk argument, okay? Let's see this, what we can do. I looked at film on both guys, right? From a scale-to-scale situation, you look at DJ Moore, he plays to the outside, right? I'm just moving all my mic around everywhere. DJ Moore can play to the outside. DJ Moore is physical. Both of them physical, but DJ Moore got this bounce off my body type of situation with his skill set. And then you look at it. He played for Maryland, and his skill, the level, what have you, I don't know, but his utilization as far as what he did for his team opposed to what a Christian Kirk who can go to 0 to 6 at any given time, who quote unquote played punt return, kickoff return, played in the slot, did a hell of a job in the reverse. They tried to double and triple team him, they still couldn't do that, couldn't stop him. I think his frontline speed is a whole lot greater than a DJ Moore, but somehow they both are second round prospects. To me, if you look at the tape, you would say Christian Kirk is more of the front end of the second round, and the DJ Moore is more of the back end of the second round. So that's just one of the things. It's just my slow breakdown. DJ Moore just angry, plays that way. All right. So let me ask you this: DJ Moore or Anthony Miller? DJ Moore, Anthony Miller. Who you got? Who you got? Who you got? Who you got? DJ Moore or Anthony Miller? All right, Jordan Lewis, lockdown corner. Yeah, D. Will, we know that. DJ first down, waiting to. Happen to think. If you could take one, would you choose Kirk, Gallup, Moore, or Miller? Why so serious, Matt? Why you put this thing in for my mind? All right, so you got Kirk, a Gallup, a Moore, or a Miller. All right. Kirk, Gallup, Moore, or Miller? Oh, buddy, I want you guys to decide. Gallup again, galloping away. Kirk. One Kirk. I would choose one that is left in the third. Hey, you damn right, man. Pick the guy that's left in the third round, because you fill that defense up. A Gallup, a Moore, a Miller, or a Kirk. Either one, whoever's left in the third round, you slap and you go run up to that podium and you say, I got this guy. That's the best solution ever. Because what you want to do, if what you want to do is that you want to look at this thing like this. You want to say to yourself, we have the 8th overall defense. And if we can go ahead and grab this guy called Vita Vea with the first, right? Just hear me out. Grab this guy with the Vita Vea with the first. Your compensatory picks are now tradable. So what you can do is you go out and you grab the guy that you want in the second round as far as the defensive guy. And you got these tons of compensatory picks. What you do is you throw the charm out there. You throw the bait out there. And if you want one of those Gallup, Moore, Kurtz, or Miller guys, or Sutton, I doubt if Sutton will ever be around in the second round. You start willing and diggling and finagling those things. You might end up saying, you know what? I go defense, and I go a Mark Andrews. You see what I'm saying? You see where I'm going with now? You got your fearsome foursome up front, and then you fool around and snag another defensive back or another true linebacker that you can fill into the gaps that way. You shoring up your defense so that you know for sure that you're trying to beat 8 overall defense. You're trying to get to the top 5, top 3, or top 4 defense, right? That's where you're going to do it. Then when the third round come along, then you just go grab and casually go grab your wide receiver guy. But you can't wait no more. To get a good wide receiver, you can't go no farther than the third round. That's just the bottom line. You can't wait after the third round, though. The 4th and the 5th and the 6th, you rarely will see any wide receivers that's going to just be lights out at that point. So you got to finagle somehow that those compensatory picks. If not, then you be in a situation where you in the same situation with the T Wills of the world. I knew T Wills was like a second or third round pick, but you know, you have that type of grade of player out there. Right, Deshaun Elliott in the second round. I mean, I still like Deshaun. So you get Vita Vea, then you get Deshaun. Then you trade back somehow into the second, because you get in the middle of that second round pick. You use the compensatory pick. Don't worry about losing the pick for next year. Right now, you can be greedy and you can make things happen for you. You got the pieces around you. And think about this. It also depends on what we do with this free agency too as well. All I want Jerry Jones to do is just make one splash. So if he go out and make a splash at a wide receiver, then we're not even having this conversation about a Moore, a Miller, a Gallup, or Tupac or Biggie. We're not worried about those guys at this point. You see what I'm saying? Because we already got our receiver through the free agency. Sometimes you can pick a good receiver through the free agency. Don't let this stuff fool you. You know what I mean? Look at the Eagles. They playing right now. They going to play, well, it's already Saturday. So they playing tomorrow because they went and made some moves in the free agency. So let's go get Vacario. That's how you say his name. Yeah. That's from Andy Beast, Ant Beast, 23. You know how that stuff goes, man. We got to figure out a way to finagle this thing. All right, let's see where we at now. 1 hour and 46 minutes. I got 46 people watching this stream. 46 strong. Out of the 8,000 subscribers I have 46 true people watching this channel right now. That's what I'm talking about. This is real. You guys are the real deal, Holyfield. Whenever I make it, I remember you guys. Oh, I got one more guy. I'm talking about 47 guys, strong truth guys out here in the mix, holding it down for Law Nation without a break. I've been talking for 1 hour and 46 minutes straight, and I'm still ready to talk football. Name me somebody else that can talk this much and just talk about football. I don't know nobody else without no breaks, without nothing, no water. It's a marathon right here. 48. I got 2 more people to come in. That's what I'm talking about right there. Pull this number up. I got 18,000 subscribers. Supposedly we can at least get to 100. I doubt it. It's late o'clock. Right? It's late, 1:17 in the morning. Everybody should be rubbing their loved ones right now or downing the best beverage they can find. But they out here watching the Law Nation's show as we listen to the backdrop of God and War. Of God of War, I meant to say. Well, you can put God and War into it. Let's see if we can find another little background drop for us. Zeus. Let's do the Zeus. Yes. Y'all remember this one? All right. So, Cole Wright. All right. Yes. All right. So Rico gathers. All right. Rico. I said before, I'm going to repeat myself. I'm going to really do this thing. I've got a request. My first request. What about the Hades backdrop, Law? It's from T. Wilson. Let me find that Hades backdrop. This Zeus backdrop. Zeus. Hades. Where you at, Hades? Where are you? You will never find. I might have to go through the Google fingers. Find me the Hades backdrop. Let's see if we can find the Hades. Yes, I found it. Yes, let's get this thing going. Y'all know about this, right? Come on, guy, get it together. Yeah. Oh, he actually playing the game, though. There you go. He don't have the backdrop, guys. Don't get scared, guys. Here it is, right here. Ooh, let me get out of there, man. It's too easy for y'all. But we go back to that later. All right, let me get back to football, man. My guys I was all into it, man. All right. Hey, I love drinking and talking football from Sushi 817. Yes, pour up your drinks, go find your drinks. Hey, is Rico cleared of his concussion yet? The thing is like this right here with Rico. Now, I've been saying this for all this season. Rico gonna need time to develop, and him being injured this year put everything on the back of the shelf. He got to put everything back out to the forefront. He got to figure out a way, and I mean a way, to learn this offense, to understand the skill set and what he needs to have out there on the game, because if not, he's going to be in the same situation that he was the year before. Hey, thank you, Sushi, for the love, man. Help support and grow the nation. Appreciate that. Thank you for the love out there, man. Every dollar count. Maybe I get some even more fancy new equipment, and you guys may see me on TV one day, right? But I believe in you guys, and you guys believe in me. But the thing is with Rico Suave, I call him Zeus, y'all already know, big guy. But playing tight end, you got to be able to understand. I have the tight end position selected as the 3rd overall hardest position to know and learn in the National Football League, because you got so many responsibilities. Whether or not you're going to block on the line, whether you're going to crash upfield, or whether you're going to run your routes in line and all this stuff. You got to be able to understand every outlet on the football. It's not just your responsibility. You got to learn the running back responsibility, the fullback responsibility, the wide receiver responsibility. And by Rico not being able to play football most of his life, although he got the skill set, the size, it's just going to be harder for this kid to get out there on the field. So that's what I have Rico all in a bubble, right? Or other people say all in a nutshell. But shout out to Sushi again. Italian Cowboys, man, salute to you too as well. Daniel Stevens, what's up, Josh? Joseph, shout out to him too as well. Kevin Willis, how is that going to improve if nobody gets open? That's a good question. Dak new contract. We're far in between targets. Yeah. Let me see who else we have in the mix. You know what? I have not looked at Oliver tape from Houston. I have not looked at his tape. And I will look at his tape since you mentioned him. I will look at his tape. I will look at his tape too as well. Yo, you said D. Will. It said Noah Brown over Dez. Hey, I'll have to wait on that one. Oliver is a beast, but he is a sophomore. Okay. Noah Brown has slept on. Oh, man, we'll see. Listen, Dak does need to improve on his throwing, guys. Open. Yeah, Lordy Pitor. Yes, he do needs to improve on his throws. And I did a video on that, I pretty much said that he needs to figure out a way to step up through his throws. I said that. He need to figure out a way to do pre-snap reads. So I hope he can do all those things, Let me see what we got here. 47, still strong in the house. How many minutes I've been running this thing? How many minutes? 1 hour and 54 minutes. Can I make it to two hours? Can I make it to 2 hours? Poseidon backdrop, law. My bad. The last one. On that last one. Yeah, it was Poseidon. Yeah. I played the Poseidon. He had the chimes going on. Sean Lee, play calling. I mean, hey, the thing is with play calling is something that we really need to work on too as well. But that's what this Dak friendly offense is going to be about, you know. Hey, this is from Quentin. I mean, the thing is, weed, when you smoke weed, you know, some people say, hey, it's addictive. Some people use it as a mental escape from reality. Some people use it to curb their appetite. I think that Randy Gregory, if they stop testing him, allow the guy to smoke the weed, he'll be one hell of a defensive end. But the thing is, you got to apply to rules, you know. If the rules say, hey, walk down the hall with your hands in your pocket, dog it, you got to walk down the hall with your hands in your pocket. So that's what they have to do in order to play the National Football League. You got to walk around with your hands in the pocket. So that's what's going to have to. That's what's going to have to happen, you know. So I really want, Brian Bradford. I really want this guy to get off the weed. But the thing is, he will have to figure out a way to use a substitute, maybe something else, in order to play in this league, because they're going to continue to test him. We can only imagine, you know. Did I talk about Josh Gordon? You know, I think he's going to be out there freely for us to pick up. Would you pick him up knowing that he had weed issues? Would you pick up the Bryant kid that plays for the Seattle Seahawks, the Steelers? Would you pick up him, Martavius Bryant, because he can't stay off the weed? I mean, distractions are distractions, rules are rules, but you got to figure out a way to finagle that thing, get that player in the right position so that he can be able to play and make a benefit to your team. If not, then we having the same issue that we had before, you know, the same exact issue. Cowboys on the sport with weed rules, you know, because everybody else smoke it, you know. It is what it is, man. Let me see what we got here. Dak Friendly can drop back and throw, stayed and spread 5 wide at Mississippi State. NFL is broke. They need the players' money. That's from Zach. Pretty much that's what you're saying, basically, right? Did anybody notice how average our offensive line looked this year? Doug Free? Anyone? Doug Free? Continuity plays a major role. I think we missed, this is from Joshua. The thing is, what I'm saying with Doug Free is that I don't think that he was missed as much as the Leary kid. I think Leary was more missed than Doug Free. And here's why. Look back at the film, if I just do a tape of all the sacks, most of the sacks came from that left side, you know, where Tyron Smith and who was the other guy? Who was the rotational piece that we had out there? We had the Chaz Green at one point out there. We had the Jonathan Cooper. Jonathan Cooper started getting his stuff together, but then, you know, it's just one of those things where we need more help at the guard position than there was the right tackle situation, to me personally. I think Collins came along pretty well. I think if you look back at the Raiders tape, outside of they wouldn't call it holding on their defense, but if you look back at the Raiders tape, I think that he played against the Mack kid, Khalil Mack, and he did a pretty much decent job against that guy. Did a good job this year. Byron Bell, yes, garbage Byron Bell, man. God damn. Byron Bell and Chaz Green, to a degree, believe it or not, let me turn my volumes down just a little bit so I can touch on Chaz Green's situation just a little bit. My thing is with Chaz Green was that Chaz Green is a right tackle. Chaz Green is a right tackle. I'm gonna say this: Chaz Green is a right tackle. His frame is built for tackle. You know, I think he's a better tackle than guard. You know, and when you slide this kid back and forward, and then all of a sudden, I do know he played decent the 2016 year when Tyron Smith was out playing at left tackle, and played decent, but you had Ezekiel Elliott out there too as well, so that masked a lot of stuff, right? But to me, Tyron Smith, Chaz Green is a right tackle basically, and when you kick the guy inside, he was just garbage. He didn't get the pull, he didn't get up the field with strength. He got just sloppy feet, sloppy reading his cues, missing his assignments. That's what I saw with Chaz Green. So that's the issue that I have with Chaz. Now, just have the offensive line let him down? I would say yes. You know. So the thing is with this offensive coach, this new coach that we have, maybe they have a clear sight inside of their mind, putting people in the right places, putting the things in the right order of situations, right? Hopefully with that in mind, right? That we'll see a progressive progress with Chaz Green this year. So I'm not going to cast him out to the wolves yet. But Byron Bell, my God, you just need to get rid of him. He's old, lethargic out there. He just gave up a lot of, he whipped on a lot of runs, block protection, and also passing. So he's a veteran guy that you didn't think that you would get that sorry, horrible level of production. Now, did he give a little bit more effort than a Chaz Green? Yes. But to me, it's just one of those things where I'm sitting here saying, okay, it's time to move on with Byron Bell. Go out, find you another veteran that you can plug into that place, and hopefully have a better year next year with that, you know. But, yeah. Pick up Isaiah Wynn, from Georgia. Yeah, the kid is good. I saw some film on him earlier. Zeke needs that wide receiver speed like kid. Roberto, Torres, he need that type of stuff. Will Hernandez from Ray, that would be nice. But like I said, I think the Cowboys may go with a sexy pick this year with the 19th overall pick because the team is in Dallas this year. The draft is in Dallas. To the team in Dallas. But the draft is in Dallas, so we know how that can go. Chaz Green is still getting tore up on Instagram. Oh, man, yeah, I think he is getting tore up on Instagram still. Okay, so it's 2 o'clock. So my thing, guys, I made it all the way from 1 hour to 2 hours and 2 minutes, right? So they say if you want a thing bad enough to go out and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time and your peace and your sleep for it, if all your desires of it kind of quite make you mad, if you don't get it, then you gotta let this thing reconnect. Let me know if you guys can hear me. I was speaking too fast into the mic. I was speaking too fast in the mic. So if you want this thing so bad that you want to go out and grab it, right? This is the opportunity of the mind, opportunity of your heart, soul, and sinew. You put these things together. When you're up against the struggles, meet it squarely face to face. Lift your chin, set your shoulders, plant your feet, and take a brace. When it's vain to try to dodge it, do the best that you can do. You may fall, you may conquer, see it through. Even hope may seem but futile, then with trouble may be beset. Remember, you're facing what other legends have met. You may fall, you may fight, but fall still fighting. Head high to the finish. See it through, my brothers and my beautiful sisters out there. If you are in the drop and you're in the chat box, drop it down for me. You guys know how it goes, guys. This is your brother from another mother. No other. I don't look like Danny Glover. Keep it cool for you guys. That's been my time. I really thank you guys for yours. And remember, you guys are absolutely listening to absolutely nothing but the best. That's been my time. I thank you guys for yours. I'm out. Peace. Let me know if you guys can hear me, man. I don't know if I'm offline or online, but this thing just said it disconnected, so I just want to be able to know that you guys are able to hear me. See y'all, salute. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. I can put things together in my mind as I fabricate these things called thoughts and put them together. If we mix and reverse this thing, as we talked about hesitations of the mind, the heart and soul, as we talked about the PlayStations, I don't do anything other than that stations, right? We talk about the concept of the football, and we talk about extracting the football field together and putting our minds together in the right direction as when we're going to put these things together. And we're talking about the football season next year. We're gonna have to come out strong. We gotta come out hard as we're supposed to. That's just capital HARD, hard to the grind, putting our mind, our mental thought tracks together, because you guys are listening to the best, the BEST. You guys are listening to me talking about the Cowboys and the draft pick, the draft philosophy of the mind, and we're talking about we putting everything out in the Mecca so that this guy Jerry Jones can able to hear us, and our guy that's gonna pull the trigger to as well, Stephen Jones, because we know that he is the guy that's behind the operation now. We know everything about that, right? So we squeeze and pull all these things together. You have a healthy, quote unquote, Zeke the Freak. You put a Rod Smith back in as the spellback. Now you have a speed quick guy who got a little mixture of power. Then you got this power bruiser guy. You put those two together. You have a more seasoned Dak Prescott. You have a more seasoned maybe Ron Switzer. Maybe you get him a little bit more out there on the field. Maybe you see a little bit more vertical threat with the tight end. Maybe Rico do get out there in certain packages. Maybe the old man Witt does step back and just allow the young fish to come out there and so he can show and shine up and do his thing. Maybe Dez Bryant have a better season than next year. You know what I mean? Maybe we go out and draft a nice speed out wide receiver in the third or the fourth round. Maybe we do those type of things and put this and elevate this team to the next level. Maybe we show up this defense that was ranked overall, 8th overall. Yeah, I said it. Now I'll say it again till my teeth turn white. Yes, we would do this out there, but we need to figure out a way. Figure out a way to stay clean off the field this year. We don't need anything other than a distraction. And with that being said, don't forget about KD Cannon. Maybe he can be the secret sauce to us, because we know Bryce Butler's out the window. We understand that, right? So that's all I have today. That's all I have to be able to get out. Let's get this thing going one way or another, baby. That's been my time again. I really thank you guys for yours. Salute to everybody who's in the chat box. Let me just do this right here. We got 35 people in the house, the truthful. Let me just go up and just give everybody a salute. Brian Bradford, Roberto Torres, Joseph, Joshua, Matt, Italian Cowboy, Ray, Joseph, CeeLo again, Sushi, Lord, shout out to you too as well. Jonas Jensen, let me see who else new. Who else new in here? Kelvin, Ninja Nuts, D Will, who else? Modely, shout out to you too as well. You guys been here from the start of the hour. D Will, shout out to you too as well. If I miss your name, if I admit anybody, charge it to my head, not my heart. Gregory, shout out to you. Light body, gotta get that body weight up, baby. Trey, 3 straight 98. Salute to you too as well. Thank everybody for tuning in. I gotta bounce like a basketball. I don't fumble. I can't say that, but I'm telling you guys right now, stay tuned. I don't know when my next stream gonna be. You guys know me, it's always random. It's whenever the kid can go to bed. When I jump out here and do the films, that's when I jump out here and do the talk. That's everything. I've been talking for 2 hours straight. You guys know how it is. You can't find nobody in the nation to do this. That's me. That's who I do. I talk football. We can do this anytime, anywhere, any place you see me on the street. We talk football. No weed, please. That's from Brian Bradford. Yes, we don't need to do no weed. Peace out. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Ninja Nuts. That's what I'm going to do. We got to get this thing going. Thank you, Italian Cowboy. I'm the best. I can't even leave the rest out there. I'll see how long I can wrap that thing up, boy. You guys know me, man. All right, next film I'm going to try to conjure up will be this Dez Bryant little situation. Like I said, it's not a hate film. Oh, shout out to Hawkins too as well. I haven't forgot about you. The Golden. Let's get ready to rumble, Hawkins. I would really say it loud, but I don't want to wake up everybody. That's what I'm going to do when I first start off. But hey, I love you guys too as well. I'm out for real this time. Peace. Let me turn this volume up on this thing so we can have a little outro.